Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Watch on this kind of cold, snow-covered Monday morning. We picked up, generally speaking, about 3 to 6 inches around the Denver area from our most recent snow event. Some foothill locations, especially up by Ken Carroll and Genesee, saw a bit more than that, but for the most part, it was a widespread 3 to 6 inches worth of snowfall. Could get a bit more in some parts of the metro area later on today, but it's Wednesday, and it looks like Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night when our next widespread chance for snow works its way into the picture. All right, let's start things out, though, by taking a look back at what we saw. As I mentioned, we picked about 3 to 6 inches across most of the metro area from our most recent storm that ended about last night. A couple spots, Ken Carroll, Genesee, picking up about a foot of snow out that way. Pretty impressive stuff. Now, this is also really impressive. In Denver at DIA, how about this? We had our record latest start to a snow season on record here. We didn't get measurable snowfall in Denver until December the 10th. We didn't get our first inch of snow until New Year's Eve. Record historic snow drought for the fall and early winter. And we have turned that upside down with those recent snow events. We've had basically nonstop 3 to 6 inch snowfalls going back to the start of the calendar year. And that has now boosted us up to about 38.3 inches worth of snowfall so far this season. And by my count, this is the first time so far this winter season that Denver is actually above its season to date average. So really good news in terms of what this snow has meant for our, what was a snow drought and now is a snow surplus. And we'll be adding to that, by the way, over the next couple of days. All right, so let's take a look at those headlines as we look forward and what we can expect as we head through the rest of this fairly chilly and potentially fairly snowy week as well. Snow showers today. These are kind of pop-up hit or miss snow showers, but I do think Castle Rock, Castle Pines, Larkspur, Monument, Ken Carroll could pick up maybe another 1 to 3 inches worth of snowfall and could come down fairly quickly. I'll have more on that in just a second. Tomorrow it's sunny. It's probably our lone sunny day until Friday, or our last sunny day until Friday, because Wednesday and Thursday look pretty gray and snowy. And as I mentioned, that snow and cold return on Wednesday, and Thursday is really, really, really cold. Now, in terms of the radar picture, this was a lot busier last night when we had all that snow kind of hanging around the Denver area with some of these periodic bands that would swing their way on through. Right now, it's a much calmer picture with the exception of our friends in southern Colorado, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, the wet mountains, some leftover kind of lingering snow showers out this way. And that's actually part of the same system that's going to lead to the potential for some snow showers in and around the Palmer Divide as well as into the foothills later on this afternoon. So notice the timing here. As we get through about 3, 4, 5 o'clock, we'll see some pop-up snow showers develop in around, say, Bailey and Conifer, Idaho Springs. Should be mainly south of I-70, but we could see 1 or 2 of those snow showers up in the mountains, up by the I-70 corridor there. Then along the Palmer Divide, we have the better chance at seeing 1 or 2 of those snow showers move their way through your region. So really south of C-470, you get into Douglas County and southern Jeffco, as well as into western Elbert County. That's where you got the best chance at seeing some of those snow showers this afternoon. And the thing to watch out for if you're traveling on the gap between Denver and Colorado Springs, 925, is these snow showers will come fairly quickly and they'll be fairly intense. These are what I would term a convective snow shower, and what that means is the same dynamic that leads to pop-up thunderstorms during the summer. That's the same dynamic that'll be in play with the snow that we see this afternoon. So the point is, we could get a fairly intense burst of snow out by Castle Rock, Larkspur, Monument, that area later on this afternoon. And it's going to be right around rush hour. So again, I want to give you a little extra heads up about that potential later on today. I think downtown Denver, especially north by 70, we should stay dry. There's always a chance we see a flurry or a snow shower here in town, but I think we mainly stay snow-free here in Denver. Tomorrow, I think statewide, we're pretty much snow-free as well. So broad view, as I mentioned, the better chance for snow will be along and south of the Palmer Divide. We do also have some snow showers in the Sangre de Cristos, the wet mountains, as well as over towards the San Juans as well later on this afternoon. Telluride, Montrose, Durango, Silverton, all going to pick up some of that snow activity later on this afternoon. Tomorrow, maybe a leftover snow shower in southeastern Colorado, but for the most part, it's an in-between day on your Tuesday. Notice into southern Wyoming and western Nebraska, some snow up that way. That is our next storm system that'll swing its way through on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night, and that will lead to the potential for some fairly decent accumulations. I'll show you those in just a second for Wednesday night and Thursday morning. But Tuesday night, we do have that potential for some of that snow to start to drip its way down into northern Colorado. But again, Tuesday mainly an in-between day for us across the state. Today, we'll have some clouds around, especially south of town and into the foothills, but for the most part, it is fairly sunny out there. In fact, looking outside our window here at Spear and Logan, and it is looking pretty sunny right now, and that is welcome after a gray, cold weekend. Those snow showers, again, mainly south of town. I think I-70 on north, we stay snow-free, but special attention to our friends out in Castle Rock and anybody who's traveling between Colorado Springs and Denver later on this afternoon, as it does look like we'll get a burst of snow at some point this afternoon and this evening. And again, temperatures topping out in the low 30s. That is about 20 degrees below our average, by the way. Our average high for today is 52. So we're running 20 degrees below average, which is slightly different than last week when we were in the 60s and 70s nonstop. So there's a look at that snow forecast for this afternoon. Now tomorrow, not as cold. It's a fairly nice day all in all. So if you got those kind of outdoor activities or something you want to get done, I don't know. I'm thinking myself as a runner, tomorrow's probably the best day of the week to get that run in because come Wednesday and come Thursday, that's when those conditions go downhill. But for your day tomorrow, 42 in Denver. That's only 10 degrees below our seasonal average, so I guess a bit better than where we've been. A lot of 40s across the state, especially along the eastern plains. Closer look in at the Front Range, 38 Parker, 41 Brighton, 41 Broomfield, 34 Evergreen, 40 Lyons, and 42 in both Fort Collins and in Greeley. Now, this pattern, and you might be wondering why it's been so cold for such a long time period, we've got this deep trough of low pressure that is just not moving a whole lot, and that's leading to some eventually Arctic air that's going to bite its way down here into the eastern part of Colorado, and that could lead to, in some cases here, temperatures that drop below zero later on this week. But with that front will come some pretty heavy snow starting, looks like maybe around noon on Wednesday would be the rough time frame. That could change, but the computer model's a little earlier with that snow start time for Wednesday. So I would anticipate that around noon on your Wednesday, we'll start to see that snow develop. Then as we get into the afternoon, it will start to stick, most likely on roads. So I would expect some impacts to your Wednesday evening commute. And then for your Wednesday night and your Thursday morning, I think we have the potential for about 3 to 6 inches worth of snowfall, if not a bit more than that in a few locations. The snow generally stays light through the day on Thursday. I think the majority of the snow falls overnight Wednesday and into Thursday. So how much could we end up with? Here's one computer forecast model showing a fairly widespread 4 to 8 inches plus in the mountains and then into the Front Range. Closer look in here. This is one computer forecast model. This is the European model, which puts out a good 3 to 6 inches across the metro area. And I do think that's probably about right for what most of us will end up seeing. Foothills may end up in some cases up by Rocky Mountain National Park with a bit more than that, but 3 to 6 inches. And again, the majority of this falls on Wednesday night will be in store for us here. So another round of some fairly decent snow. Then we warm up as we get into your Friday and your Saturday. Notice those temperatures though, and a few of the models take us below zero. Wouldn't be surprised at all if we go below zero Thursday night and Friday morning. But then we warm on up into the near 60 degree territory for this upcoming weekend and the early part of next week before things change once again late next week. And we'll have to keep an eye on that. But there is the potential for more snow somewhere around St. Patrick's Day late next week. So, boy, it's March. March is usually our busy season for snow, of course. It's our snowiest month of the year on average here in Denver and is living up to that. And March tends to be this kind of fluctuation between 60-degree temperatures and snow and 60-degree temperatures. So it is certainly living up to that. And that pattern, this very active pattern we've been in, does continue with more snow coming up on Wednesday. But enjoy the sunshine today and the in-between snowstorms, sunshine for your day tomorrow as well. So we'll be here. Meteorologist Keely Chalmers has your forecast coming up at 9 News at noon, and then also coming up at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 on the 9 News family of networks is Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin. In the meantime, I'm Meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and have a great rest of your day.